everyone, and welcome to Shadowy Friday. I'm Dolly, the Wolf Girl, and you are on the Wolf Girl Oracle. So today we are going to dive into some more shadow work. And like I'm always telling you guys, if you are feeling depressed, if you are suffering from any kind of mental illness, please contact a physician and ask them if it's okay for you to do some shadow work before you embark on this journey. And if this is your first time here, please go back to my YouTube homepage and look at my playlist. There's only one, and it's the Shadowy Friday playlist. And start from episode 1. It's just better for you to start from the beginning. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into this week's topic, which is triggers. Although it might sound terrible, every single person has a shadowy side. Acknowledging that shadowy side comes from a place of strength. It is super important for you to acknowledge your self-sabotaging behavior and come up with ways to stop that from happening so that you can live your best life. By bringing your subconscious into your conscious, you can start dealing with pain, regrets, shame, and self-defeating language that you have going on inside of your head. So today's shadowy question revolves around triggers. Triggers are automatic responses to a specific stimuli. Triggers can be people, places, or things, as well as smells, words, or even colors. Emotional triggers are automatic responses to the way others express emotions, like anger or sadness. For example, you may not have a problem with interacting with an angry person, but find it hard to deal with someone who's crying. The opposite may be true of others. Triggers are connected to our thoughts, experiences, memories, and we connect a previous interaction with a similar emotional trigger to the current situation at hand. Before our emotions arise, we always have a thought. We also have memories and past experiences that influence our thoughts. When we have a similar emotional reaction to certain behaviors like crying or anger, those behaviors may be trigger for our thoughts. When we identify which thoughts trigger our emotional reactions, we can change them and choose a more helpful response. Okay, so I've got a big list here I'm going to read you guys of things that might cause an emotional reaction or behavior in you. And I want you to listen to these things and decide which one of these things might actually be something that will trigger you. And I'll put them up here on the screen. Passive aggression, whining, crying, blaming, criticizing or judging, frustration or irritation, worry or nervousness, anger, victim mentality, entitlement, aggression or hostility, always needing to please, the silent treatment, being ignored or not listened to, manipulation, deceit or lying, sadness or moping, unhappiness or misery, sarcasm, high-strung or intense people, arrogance, conceit. If your reaction to an emotional situation causes a really strong feeling in you, that might be a trigger. So be curious about that. Be curious about your reaction to things. As soon as you feel a reaction coming on, just stop and say, is this a trigger? Am I being triggered? Why am I being triggered? What from my past has made me react this way? Be very curious about your emotional reactions to things. And once you do that, and you start thinking about the things that are causing you to be triggered, you can come up with ways to handle that so that you're not triggered, so that you can have better interactions with people. A lot of times, the very things that prevent us from having good, solid, strong relationships are our triggers. So it's great to identify them and start working on ways to cope with them that are healthy. And a lot of times it's just a matter of setting some healthy boundaries. So go ahead and go through that list. Pick out the things that cause you to have a triggered reaction, and then go back in your mind and think about, where did this come from? Where did this come from? Because things in the past are behind you. Things in the past are behind you. And not every situation that you're in right now is exactly like one that you've been in before. It's almost unfair to the people that you're dealing with if you start comparing this situation to something that's happened in the past. Completely different situation, completely different people. Your reaction to an emotional trigger could be anger, pity or sadness, shame or guilt, defensiveness or hostility, frustration or an overwhelming feeling, and fear. So the next time you have an emotional reaction to something, ask yourself if you've been triggered, identify the thoughts and memories that influenced your reaction, and consider how you can respond appropriately to the current situation. So that's it. That's your shadowy question of the day. What are your triggers and what caused them? So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you're learning something from this and that you're kind of able to take back your life away from your ego, listen to your soul voice. All right, thanks for watching. I love you guys. Take care. All right, bye-bye.